Hey, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to Too Much Tech. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Womier K66 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. This keyboard ranges from about $50 to $70. I've seen it go up and down in price, and it is pretty nice. Like, honestly speaking, this is probably the best looking keyboard that you can get for the price. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best or most comfortable to use keyboard though, and we'll get into that in this review. First off, I want to talk about the build. It is a polycarbonate build. You do have Gateron red switches on this particular unit, and then you also have these laser etched shine through ABS keycaps. Let's start off with the keycaps real quick, because these are not necessarily the best quality keycaps I've ever typed on. They're not necessarily my favorite, but they do get the job done for a pretty low price. You do have USB Type-C as well. It's on the right side of the keyboard, which I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of, because this is like the side you don't want it on for gaming, because if you have it going toward your PC, it's going to be going toward the right here, and then it could potentially interrupt your mouse. So that kind of sucks. I don't really love that part of the keyboard. It's okay, but you know, you just have to route your cable to the left and maybe plug in your keyboard into your monitor or something. And then next, around back, since we're talking about mostly a few build quality things as well, you do have this really nice polycarbonate glaze back as well. The whole thing is glazed, but you do have these very small feet. And honestly, when I'm using the keyboard, I wouldn't say that it's the most ergonomic. Like, I always have my keyboard at like whatever the highest angle that it can be raised, because I just find that to be a bit more comfortable. But unfortunately, this one, when I'm using it, I feel like I have to almost tilt my hands at a weird angle to get it, like, you know, at my maximum typing speed or comfortability for gaming and stuff like that. Like, it's just not my favorite angle to type at, and that's fine. You know, if you prefer to use flat keyboards, then this could definitely work for you. But me, I like mine with a bit more of a substantial angle to them, because I just find that more comfortable. Again, this one does have Gateron red switches, so the red switches are pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and give you guys a quick sound test right now. Now, the star of the show in terms of the Womier K66 is gonna be the RGB, because like I said, this is probably the best looking keyboard that you can get for the money before you start to spend astronomical, you know, 150, 200, probably up to 250 bucks for something like a Tofu keyboard. If you want something that has maybe not exactly the same, but a similar look and a couple different features, you can probably get one of these, like I said, very cheap, from between 50 to maybe 70 bucks, depending on if you want the hot swap version of this keyboard, which is also available. This one that I have is not the hot swap version, but that's fine. Gateron reds are good enough. But if you're looking to try, you know, other exotic switches or whatever, then you can get the hot swap version for just a little bit more. But I would definitely recommend swapping these keycaps for some double shot PBT keycaps, and you're good. Let's get to the fun stuff. So the thing that makes this thing shine, literally the RGB. So when you press function and control, you can change the different lighting modes on the inside of the keyboard. Then when you hit function and the space bar, you can change like the entire keyboard to whatever color you want it to be. So you pick the effect, you pick the effect for the sides, and then you hit function, space bar pops up with all the colors, and you select what color you want your entire keyboard effects to be. And then you can set it back to the rainbow mode by just double tapping the space bar, and it'll put it back to all of the colors. Now you hit function and this left control here, that's when you can change the effects on the outside of the keyboard. So that just makes it pretty easy. You've got all the controls laser etched at the front of the keyboards as well, so it's really easy to figure out. It doesn't really take rocket science, just takes a little bit of playing with it. Now for the brightness controls, you just hit insert or delete if you want to brighten or dim the keyboard. And that's about it. It's very easy to use, pretty intuitive because you have everything on the keycaps in terms of like the lighting controls. And like I said, that's really the star of the show with the K66 is just the lighting. And it looks really cool too. For the price, I don't really think you can get a better keyboard than this in terms of just like the looks, the RGB, the aesthetics. It just looks really good. It's a good base if you want to get started in the mechanical keyboard world without spending a ton of money. But all right, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Again, huge shout out to Banggood for sending out the Womier K66 for review. I will have this keyboard link in the description below for you guys to check out for yourselves. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to enable post notifications so you guys can get notified every time we upload a brand new video. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Stay tuned. I will catch you in the next video.